Give me go hot. Okay, here we go.
This is Straight No Chaser Talk Radio. We're just getting started. Straight No Chaser Talk Radio.
He's drinking that with no chaser.
This is Straight No Chaser Talk Radio. We're just getting started. Straight No Chaser Talk Radio.
He's drinking that with no chaser.
This is Straight No Chaser Talk Radio. We're just getting started. Straight No Chaser Talk Radio.
He's drinking that with no chaser.
Welcome to Straight No Chaser, where we never dilute the issues, we only serve the hard stuff. It's the Chief. It's the Chief. It's the Chief. And of course, we are here with Straight No Chaser Talk Radio. And welcome to our show today. And of course, you know we couldn't get started without introducing our girl. Here she is, ladies and gentlemen, straight from her Las Vegas studio. You know her, you love her, you try to be just like her. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Shannon.
Good evening, everyone. Glad to be here.
Shannon,
how you doing tonight, Mike?
I'm doing fine. How you doing tonight, Shannon? You doing okay this evening?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking.
Fantastic,
yes,
fantastic. It's always good to see you and good to hear from you. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, Thin Bad will be on a little later. He's out doing Thin Bad stuff, so we know he'll be gliding in here, adding to the conversation as he always does. But tonight we are still in a COVID environment. We are still trying to figure out what is safe, what is not safe. We're trying to figure out how long we're going to be wearing masks. We're trying to figure out, will a vaccine ever come down the pike? We're trying to figure out, will we finally get consistent information so that all of us, regardless of our party affiliations, we can be safe and going about our daily routine. So that hasn't changed. We're nearly, unfortunately, 250,000 people nearly have died from this. And of course, millions more are infected. And throughout all that, people are still trying to get about their daily routine. People are still trying to shop. They're still trying to go to the park, trying to grocery shop, and they're trying to be as normal as possible under the circumstances. Of course, we know millions of young people are studying from home and they're complaining about their teachers, but that's another show altogether. But there's a lot going on. However, in light of people trying to continue to move forward with their lives, that also includes buying and selling homes and property. And when you think of that, it's like, wait a minute, really? In the middle of a pandemic, people are actually still trying to buy homes in the middle of a pandemic, huh? Well, tonight we have one of the premier real estate professionals in the Maryland, D.C., Virginia area, and we're very excited to have her back. She is certainly no stranger to the show, Miss Wavitra Jordan. Now, Wavitra comes to the show with a whole bunch of credentials that we just are so impressed with. She's just got it all. She is the team lead for the home team of Exit Landmark Realty. Let me say it again. So I want to make sure they get their proper shout outs here. She is the team lead for home team of Exit Landmark Realty in Clinton, Maryland. And it's a platinum award winning team of 12 realtors. And now, just so that you know, they've also been featured on Fox 5 DC, WJLA News, Channel 8, and ABC 7 in the DMV area. So they are no strangers to real estate. They certainly know what they're doing. And we're just really happy to have you back on the show, Wavitra. How you doing?
Hey, Mike. I am doing great. I'm happy to be back.
Good, good, good.
Out there on the West Coast.
Good. Well, we're glad to have you back here, and of course we are very excited that you decided to come back and share some information with us, and we look forward to talking to you about the whole real estate scene, particularly as it relates to this COVID environment and so forth and so on. But I can't go any further because I know Thinbad and Shannon would have a fit if we forgot. We have to remind people, and Shannon, do it.
Vote, 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 vote,
Yes.
vote, vote.
Yes.
We have what? Is this the last week for early voting?
Yes.
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 The election is coming. We got to make it count. We got to get out there to those polls and make it vote.
Absolutely.
Make
Absolutely.
our vote count.
So please, everyone, if you're out there early, be patient. If you're out there late, be patient. As you heard it said many times, take your lunch, take your book, take your portable phone charger, take everything that you're going to need and get out there and vote. Regardless of your party affiliation, regardless of your political views, you have to participate in the process. That is the only way to make your voice heard. So now that we have done our public service for today, Shannon, let's get into real estate. Why Vitra, why Vitra, why Vitra, why Vitra, why Vitra, why Vitra? First of all, I'm so glad to have you here again. But my first question is, the market, it's really hot right now, huh?
The market is incredibly hot.
Wow.
I mean, it is booming. I mean, people are doing double their business. Sellers are getting, way over asking price. Buyers are getting incredible rates. It is a incredible market to be in right now.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Go ahead, Shannon.
So why do you think the market is so hot right now? Is the prices down, or is it because of the interest rate is down? What do you think it is for everyone to want to go out and purchase right now in a pandemic?
Right. So you know what? It's a perfect storm of all of that. So prices are definitely not down, but the interest rates are down, right? And inventory is low. So we already had like a 40-year low in inventory. But now when COVID hit, a lot of sellers dropped back out of the market, and what would have been like our biggest market in the spring, summer, you hear that's the best market for putting your house on, as for selling your home. Well, when COVID hit, it kind of slowed that down. Sellers weren't sure what to do, whether they wanted people in their house. Everybody was scared. We didn't know what was happening. And then the interest rates dropped, and then they continued to drop. And buyers started to come into the market, and the sellers started to get less afraid and started to slowly come back into the market. But we have historically low inventory, extremely low interest rates, and right now about 100 buyers to one house.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
It is.
That's
incredible.
amazing.
It is incredible. It is
So
incredible.
I guess we're basically at a bidder's market right now. So I know a couple of years ago we were like that here in Vegas and California. It was like a bidder's market. You had to basically bid on whatever property that you wanted, and whatever happened. So do you ever see in the market crashing because of this? Like kind of what we went through before?
Yeah. So there's a difference between what's happening now and what happened in 2010, right? In the 2000s, as far as the market crashing. One of the biggest differences is that the lending has stayed traditional. Whereas when in 2000, you had people who were, well, first, the other difference is that there were more houses on the market than there were buyers, right? But also you had the lending was just, they were giving people loans who probably really couldn't afford them. And so people were doing stated income, like just tell me what your income is. I'm not going to check. No employment verification. It's no doc loans. You didn't have to turn in anything. Just tell me what it is. And so people were getting into homes like that in really, really high interest rates. Some of the interest rates that I've seen were like 11%. It was crazy. And hold on, let me just turn this on Do Not Disturb so that I don't get all those notifications. But yes, So, people were in up to 11% and some higher interest rates. And so the market couldn't sustain all these houses on the market, not as many buyers, and crazy high interest rates, and the market crashed. And those people who were in those homes were relying on being able to refinance once the rates went down, but they never got their credit together, or all the stuff that they stated wasn't true. And so they weren't able to refinance. And so then what happens is, their houses go into short sale and foreclosure. Mm-hmm. And so we had that whole, time of foreclosures and short sales and all that kind of stuff. The difference now is that lending is very traditional. As a matter of fact, the lenders have shifted. The secondary market has shifted and put more overlays on. You have to be more qualified than you would have been a year ago. So when a year ago you could get a home with a 580 credit score or a 620 credit score if you want to grant money, now it's 660 and 640, and some are 680. So you have to be in a better position. And also, we're doing a lot of employment verification. People are losing their jobs. I feel like the market learned a lot. The lenders learned a lot. They all learned a lot about what not to do. Right. The market healthy. And so, yeah, those are two of the biggest differences.
Okay. I guess my other question is, with everyone losing their jobs, do you see a lot more foreclosures coming about in the next couple of months?
So that's something, honestly, that we're watching. We're not sure what's, the banks there's a moratorium on foreclosures, right? So I'm giving people an opportunity to get reemployed. They've given some options like deferments of your mortgage, or in order to, be able to not have to pay for it right now. And so, but we are watching that really closely, because a lot of the people who took those deferments and some of the other options that the lenders are giving may not be able to pay when it's time for that to come up to be paid. And if they're not able to pay those months that were forgiven, in quote fingers, plus do that month, then you are, your house goes into immediate foreclosure, pre-foreclosure process. So that's something that we're looking at. We do expect that we may be in a market with a lot of short sales, especially if the economy doesn't recover fast. And people aren't back to work soon.
Okay. I have a family member. She worked at a hotel here for 26 years, and they pretty much let her go. So she's pretty much in the same situation. That's pretty much why I asked that question.
Yeah.
She just chimed in. So
yeah,
it's a lot going on right now with this pandemic.
Yeah. And right now, so let me just say that a short sale is much better for you than to let your house go into foreclosure. Okay.
So do they ding your credit as hard?
So
if you did a shorts?
Yeah, your credit is still impacted about the same, except in a short sale, the bank is actually saying, I am going to accept less than what the market, than what you owe on this house. They are actually saying, I approve you to sell this house at less than what you owe on it to me. In a foreclosure, the bank is taking the house, and they could come back after you, just like when you turn in a car, or you have, your car gets repossessed. They can come back after you for the balance. Okay. So you recover in about 3 years from a short sale, from the date of the sale. From a foreclosure, it takes a little bit longer, and they can come after you for the balance. So you may still have a lien that you are responsible for. The other thing with a short sale is that you